Hey guys, what's up? So today's video is going to be a tag video. This is going to be my first time tag, which I have seen so many times on YouTube, and I just really wanted to do a tag video for you guys. A lot of you seem to enjoy my TMI tag, so I just decided to do this. Before I start, I apologize about the rain in the background. It is raining, and it's been raining for days. Every single day it rains in Florida in the summer. It sucks. But just bear with me, and yeah, so let's get started. First word. My first word, I hear this story constantly when my mom talks about it and she gets nostalgic. My first word was mama, because I was actually complaining a lot, and the way I would complain was by saying mama, mama, mama over and over again. But hey, I had a good reason. I was 6 months old when they figured out I had a dislocated hip, and I had to wear a brace on my legs that basically forced my legs into a straddle position. It was really, really painful. So my first words were mama, man, kind of a complaining tone, like a whiny tone. First best friend. I want to say I had two best friends. The first best friend I could clearly remember saying she's my best friend was this girl named Vanessa, who I keep in touch with a little bit, but we're not best friends anymore. She lived kind of down the street from my house, and we went to school together for pre-K, and then we switched schools, but we continued being friends because we danced together as well. But I don't know, we drifted apart. I don't remember how we drifted apart, probably because the school changed and she got really good at dance and I kind of quit after a while. But I also had a best friend who is my best friend today from dance, and I met her when I was 3 and she was 2 years old. So I kind of met her before I met this girl Vanessa, but I don't remember calling her my best friend. So that's why the story's a little confusing. I remember like saying Vanessa's my best friend, so I don't really know which one was my actual first best friend. But Stephanie is still my best friend today. So first pet. My first pet was a dog named Heidi. I was born into the family with the dog. Actually, my mom brought the dog from when she was single and living on her own in her own apartment to the family. So it was like the first family pet, and it was a big dog. I don't know what breed she was or anything, but she died when I was 5, and then we got a new dog. So that was my first pet though. First fear. My first fear I can clearly remember, I want to say, were my brothers. They would scare me a lot. I remember living in fear for quite a while because of one prank that they pulled on me. I was taking a shower one day, and all of a sudden I turned around to the door and there was a person with a mask on, and I never said anything. I didn't scream. I just thought like maybe I was seeing it in my head, or like it was like a delusion, or I was having like a daydream or something. So like I didn't think too much of it, but I know it was one of my brothers, and I don't know which one it was, but I know it was one of them, and that's really, really scared me. Other than that, another fear I really remember having early on was heights. I remember clearly the day I decided I was afraid of heights. I figured out that I was afraid of heights was because I was at a birthday party with a jungle gym, and the jungle gym was really, really high, and I was like afraid for the first time ever of being so high up, and I couldn't get myself down. I started crying, and I think I was like probably 8 or 9 years old. That's when I remember that. First grade teacher. My first grade teacher was also my 5th grade teacher, Miss Morales. She was awesome. She was really strict though, and she wasn't like a lovey-dovey teacher, but she really got the job done well. Let me tell you, she taught really, really well, and she had control of the class. And I just remember her being like this super, super blonde, bright hair, and it was always combed perfectly in this little bowl cut shape. Or she would sometimes actually wear a ponytail, and the kids in my class actually had this thing where when she was wearing a ponytail she was in a bad mood, and I kind of agreed with them because yeah, I saw that a little myself. But she was a good teacher, and she was also my 5th grade teacher. First person you texted today. Let me check. First person I texted today was actually my boyfriend. He always texts me every day wishing me a good morning when he's at work and I'm still sleeping in because it's summer and I don't work in the summer. Yay! So yeah, he just said hi. First car. My first car was a family car passed down to me. I was its 3rd owner. It was my dad's and my mom's and mine. And it was a 2001 Mitsubishi Montero Sport. And I can't tell you how many times I had car trouble with that thing. I took it to school when I left for college, and one day I just did not make it back home. Well, it did eventually, but I got stranded in the middle of the road. Thank God I was with friends, but I had to stop in the middle of Hicktown and get it fixed, and that's when my mom decided it was time for a new car. First cell phone was a Nokia. Oh my God, let me see if I have it. This was my first cell phone. I knew I would have it. It was originally like a light blue color, but I changed it to the Tigger. Yeah, this is the way cell phones looked back in the day. I got my first cell phone in 7th grade, and yeah, the buttons don't even work. But let me tell you, this phone lasted me longer than my iPhone has lasted me, so that should tell you something. First date. My first date was with one of my second boyfriend. My second, you know, when I say boyfriend, I mean, oh yeah, we're going out, but like it's really just for public at school. We didn't actually like date, but I did actually go on a date with my second boyfriend. My mom went with us. It was really awkward. We went to this place called Swenson's, and it's like a dinery place, and then we saw Bruce Almighty in the movie theater, and I remember that I was really sad at the end of the date because he actually informed me that he was moving to Georgia. So I was really pissed, but it was a really nice date otherwise, and we actually, I think, kissed. My mom was like with us, but she like left and came back, or she was like, you know, just kind of following along but not really like paying attention, so that kind of thing. But it was a really nice date until he moved. First boyfriend. My first boyfriend is one of my best friends now today. Like, we keep in contact. He lives in New Jersey, but he did live in Miami where I live, and then he moved to Tallahassee, and he's been everywhere. Basically, we met in 6th grade and we decided to date, but he was like a man whore, I'm not gonna lie. He dated like every girl in the school, and it's just we always went back to each other. It was that kind of thing. We basically dated on and off for all of middle school, and then we decided we would try to make it work in high school, but it didn't work out. But we decided to stay really good friends. He is one of my best friends nowadays. Like, we still talk a lot, so that's awesome. First kiss. My first kiss was with Hank, the boy I was just talking about. My first boyfriend. We were actually on a bus ride, a band field trip to Chicago. So yeah, we were on a bus to Chicago, and he was in the seat behind me, and basically we squeezed through the seat and the window to try to kiss each other, and my mom saw us and she was really pissed because she was a chaperone. So yeah, that's a nice first kiss story. I always remember that. First love. I want to say I really did love Hank, but I feel like now looking back on it, it was like puppy love, and it was more of a friendship kind of love than anything. So I really do think that the first person I ever fell in love with was my current boyfriend Gio when we met in 9th grade. Now, I'm not saying I fell in love with him right away. I probably fell in love with him a year into it, or a little more than that. I don't believe in love at first sight. I don't believe in falling in love, like saying I love you automatically. Like, no, we didn't do that. We waited a while before we said it when we actually meant it. And yeah, he is definitely my first love. First video on YouTube. I don't know. I think it was the What I Got for Christmas. Yeah, I decided to make a YouTube channel after Christmas, which I should have started before then because I realized that I was super bored at home every single day when I couldn't find a teaching job until like January. So I started a YouTube channel when I essentially got a job, which doesn't make sense, but whatever. I think that was my first video, but I'll link it down below in case I'm wrong. The What I Got for Christmas video. First person you subscribe to on YouTube, that would be Zoella. She's still my inspiration today. She is the reason I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Zoe Sog, I'll link her down below. She is amazing. I absolutely love her. She is awesome. I literally, when I first subscribed to her, I binge watched every single one of her videos, and still today I go back to some of those videos and watch them again, and I watch all of her new ones. I'm like obsessed with her. It's kind of unhealthy. Just kidding. First big purchase, that would have to be my instrument. I play the oboe, and that was a really, really big purchase for me personally. I can't say that I bought it personally, but I did have a lot of money saved, so I paid for most of it, and it was a $10,000 oboe, and I still have it. I'd say that was pretty much my biggest purchase next to my car, which I'm still paying for, but I paid for that oboe all in one go. My parents did help me, but I did have a lot of money saved up. So I'd say that was my first big purchase. My first job was actually at my father's office. He was a real estate broker. He worked in a real estate office, but he owned his own company. So he essentially would have me come in and be a receptionist and input data in the system and things like that, and answer phones and things like that. So that's what I did for summers from 10th grade till I left for college, basically. First time out of the country. So my first time out of the country was with a field trip, actually, with the Youth Symphony here in Miami, and it's the Greater Miami Youth Symphony. We went to Italy, and we traveled all over Italy, and we played concerts in little cities in Italy. They weren't like the big cities. We did go to Rome, though. That's one of the big cities. And I'm pretty sure we went to, what was the other? Como. We went all over Italy and we played, and that was one of the best experiences ever. However, I wish I was a little bit more mature so I could have appreciated it a little bit more. I would love to go back to Italy and actually appreciate it for what it is, you know what I mean? So that's all the questions. The people I tag will be listed below, but I tag everybody who's watching this to do it too, because it's actually kind of a really fun tag to do. I really enjoyed filming this tag for you. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!